Hello, hello, hello. All right, we're going to do this again. This is about the third time we've tried to go live on this surprise Tuesday afternoon. Oh, I don't think my microphone is on. Holy crap. Here we go again. Can you hear me? Anybody? Yay, nay, can anybody hear me? Oh, let me check the comments. We're live, but am I live? Is there any sound? Hello? Anybody out there? You can hear me. Woohoo! Thank you for the information. All right, we're doing live readings, Allastrology. You get a live free speed reading. Get your birth digits to me if I don't have them. Birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state. You could put them in the chat. If you don't like that, you can go to the email that's down below, allastrology@gmail.com. Let me put that in the thing for you. For those who have the means, you can send a channel gift, and I spend more time on your chart. So right now we've got to put this up here. Yeah, allastrology@gmail.com for anybody who's looking for a free speed reading. All right, we've already got somebody in who did send a channel gift, so we're going to start off there. That gives you everybody else or anybody else a chance to share the live stream out to maybe somebody you know who might need some help, or maybe yourself, whatever. You can get in and we could take a quick look at your stuff, and we can go from there. So get your name in the chat if you're listening and you want in on this, because it is the chat that's the cue. First come, first serve, and according to the chat. So Team Wolf was the first person here. Team Wolf is back there in the green room, ready to get a reading. Team Wolf did send a channel gift, so we're just going to get right to work and start there. Let me see if we can get Team Wolf on the stage here and get a chart up here. All right, are you there? Can you hear me? We can get Team Wolf on the stage here and get a chart up here. All right, are you there? Can you
Hi.
Oh, I hear the replay.
Can you hear me?
It's really loud. Yeah, I can hear you, but the replay, I can hear myself through your speaker. Can you turn that volume down? Your speaker. Can you turn that volume down? Can you turn that volume down? So I hear myself twice in your speaker. Does that make sense? Or if you have headphones?
I can't hear you.
You don't hear me? Oh, my Lord. She doesn't hear me.
I can't hear you.
Oh, that's not good.
The only way that I can hear you is I put my iPad.
Or if you put headphones on. Do you have headphones?
Oh, that's not good. The only way that I can hear you is
I can hear me in your head, in your ear.
Or if you put headphones on. Do you have headphones? No, I had my iPhone and then my iPad.
But you have nothing where you could put headphones on?
I had my iPhone and then my iPad.
But you have.
But I cannot do it with my iPhone.
Oh,
okay. Let me get my iPad. I can do it with my iPad. I bring my iPhone. Just a minute.
Okay, I'm going to get your chart up here real quick. Okay, you go do that. And then we're going to have to turn that volume down. I'll have to turn your microphone off because I can just hear me talking. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. I'll kind of try to control it on my end. let me get this in here. December 5th, 1965, 4 a.m. Very good. Someone's got all their digits right there. Smart. Thank you. It makes life so much easier. All right. So let me get this chart on the screen. We've got a person who's able to send a channel gift. And for those who do that, I'm able to spend a little more time with them, which is why they're able to get on the screen time with me as well. So let me get this chart for her on the screen. And then let me get this.
Thank you. Now it's okay?
We'll see.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you really good. I just didn't want to hear me because I could hear me talking to you on the live stream. Make sense? It's okay. It's called playback or some crap, and it was really bad. But right
I'm
now,
sorry.
oh no, it's okay. I mean, this is just the way the day's been, you know. It took me how long just to get the live stream working? It was crazy. Never had those problems before. Okay, let's turn this banner off and let's take a look. Okay, let's get you on the chart. Where are you at? Okay, so you were basically, you're looking to have surgery. Teamwork, are you there? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know when. I didn't see the searching yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me take a look here. And let's see what we can get on the screen for you. Okay, so were you thinking within 6 months or pushing it out further?
No, less than that.
Okay. So within the 6 month timeline, maybe sooner. Okay, not a problem. I just want to know what some people have to work around work schedules. They got to wait for, another semester or whatever. I know that's, yeah. Okay, so first of all, let me kind of look at this basic on your chart. So your Mars is
no, this is not urgent, but I'm gonna see the surgeon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So your Mars is in Gemini at 0, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Just got to double check. So you got. Okay, that's interesting. All right. So, okay, so let's try and look at these transits, and we're going to have. All right. Well, if you're thinking when Mars goes into Aries, because you really kind of want to do when Mars is, surgeon energy and surgery energy is strong. Makes sense. Yeah. So we've got Mars in Aries, and I'm guessing you're thinking
yes.
that would probably be it would be a good time because it sextiles, your Mars is in Gemini. But they also say, even like some of the Vedic astrology talks about the 5th house being like, being like an area for body parts type of thing, having surgery and stuff like that. So I'm thinking the fact that your Mars is there sounds like a good idea. Apparently, 5th house, I didn't know this. 5th house is gallbladder? Interesting. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, let me see here. Okay, Uranus is going to be leaving Gemini very soon. Okay. I'm sorry, Taurus very soon. And then it's going to go into Gemini. Okay, I got a cat.
Thank God.
Really? You prefer Uranus and Gemini? Well, here's the thing. When Uranus goes into Gemini, that Uranus, you will have Uranus right on your Mars.
But it was on top of my Mars.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So right now it's at 29 in Taurus, and then it'll be, I think it's like the very beginning of May, end of this month, right in the beginning of May. Yeah, there it is. April 26th, even. Uranus goes into Gemini. So you've got Uranus and Gemini together.
Okay, I cannot hear you now.
You don't hear me now.
Now it's good.
Yeah, just I think there's a huge delay. We're having some sort of issues. I don't know that there's a huge delay somewhere. So with
No,
that
no,
said,
I'm okay.
okay. So I've got the 25th, 26th. I don't know how you feel about having Uranus on the Mars at that time. It is the gallbladder energy. So do you feel like you have a window that you can have it done in the next couple of weeks? Is that a possibility? Is it available? Is that an option for you?
Yes,
Okay.
maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, the
But it's
teaching,
good.
yeah, the only thing is that you would probably definitely do not wait because you have a moon at the opposition at 10 degrees in Saggy. And you don't want to wait for Uranus to be at that opposition, or Mars for that matter, or Saturn for that matter. That's the teaching anyway. So if you do it, I mean, it's going to take a while for Uranus to get that far because it even does a retrograde. I don't think it's going to get that far, but Venus will go. So let me take a look at Venus.
Got it.
Okay, so between now, so a month out, like in the next 4 weeks, you'll have Mercury and the Sun going through that fifth house energy. And again, that fifth house is that gallbladder area of a person's body. The moon, we don't want to have it involved. And if you do it before, like within the next 4 weeks, that'll be before the Sun is at the opposition of your moon. So, okay, let me see. You have Saturn going through your third house anyway, and Saturn is Saturn's up there. Saturn is not your great malefic. So that's actually really good then. Yeah, I think if your window, if you can do it in the next 4 weeks, then do that. If you can't do it in the next 4 weeks, then I think you're going to have
It's
to.
on a square. Saturn square Saturn, huh? I think.
It is Saturn square Saturn. It's not your great malefic. So if you want to, I mean, here we back it up to April. Saturn's at 8, Mars is at 13. So you got Mars and Saturn squaring. Mars is your great malefic in your chart, okay? Did you get that part? Yeah, Mars is your great malefic. So going forward.
What about that I have Pluto and the South Node conjunction?
That would actually be that would probably a good time because it's releasing something. It's getting rid of something. It's letting go of something. It looks as though you may even don't you think you're probably going to do that beforehand? Because look carefully. If I back this up, you're going to have South Node on Pluto, right? Yeah. You're going to have the South Node and the Pluto together. And it's in Virgo energy. And this is the kind of energy you want. This is the kind of energy you're working with and that you want to be able to.
I know.
It's Virgo stuff. It's health. And yeah, this would be a big deal. But the question comes down to Mars. Mars is in Aries, and that's a strong Mars. And so you want your surgeon to do a good job, right?
Good.
So you kind of, in my mind, you would want to work within the timeline of while Mars is in Aries.
Yeah.
Ideally. Do you understand?
Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to give you that deadline, basically.
Yeah.
And see, and if that's not possible, like if they tell you there's no availability, because that could be a thing. I don't know. Yeah, so it's about the same time. This says May 19th, Mars goes into Taurus. Mars is weak in Taurus. And if Mars is the surgeon, you want your surgeon to be strong. Right? Yeah, you do. You want your surgeon to be strong. Again, these are subtle impressions that happen upon us. So it would just be my recommendation and the typical astrology teaching that you want to have a strong surgeon if you're going into surgery, even though it's just a regular routine type of surgery. It's not that big of a deal. That would be between now and May 19th. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I realize you're concerned about Saturn.
Okay.
But if you want to wait until Saturn pulls away, here's the thing. Saturn is going to begin a retrograde when it hits 14 degrees. And that's your natal Saturn. Do you understand? So if you can do it before then, it might be better. But either way, I don't know how you're going to escape Saturn without waiting a long time. You would have to wait.
Yes.
Because here goes Saturn. She hits 14 and then she does retrograde. See that? Now you can do it, but then you're talking September and October. But Saturn's in a retrograde and then she's getting lower in numbers and pulling away from your Saturn. Do you understand?
Yeah, no. It would be before that.
Okay, so right. Because you don't have much time to work with, considering Saturn is already at 7 degrees right now. So in the next month, she'll be 4 weeks out. She's at 10 degrees. Okay. And your natal Saturn's at 13. So if that's your concern, at this time, Mars is at 26 degrees. You see? And then, 1 more week, Mars will be in Taurus. So if it can't get done in these first 4 weeks, then you're waiting months if you're concerned about the Saturn squaring Saturn.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense to you? But I'm going to be honest with you though, with the South Node on a Pluto, you're probably going to be doing this.
Oh, I think it will be in between the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think so too. There's a lot of support here for major change and releases and let goes in the next 4 weeks, and with health and the body. So I agree. I mean, South Node and Pluto means it's something that you yourself are making a decision. You are like, yes, I need to take care of it.
Yep.
So I think that's probably going to be the case. Does that make sense?
My mom designs all my dresses for all my big life occasions. And every year on my birthday, for as long as I can remember, we go to the same Italian restaurant and eat baked ziti.
Got it.
You got it? Okay. I know. I'm sorry about the tech problem. I know this is a little weird. You're not hearing me till like, I don't know, a minute after I talk. It's just, it's Mars, damn it. Blame it on Mars. Okay, so.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I can hear you, but mine is delayed for you.
It is. It's really delayed. So we can look at this again sometime, but yeah, get on the horn with whoever you got to get on the phone with to find out, can you get something done in 4 weeks? And then if that can't happen, then we'll look at it again and figure out the next perfect time for you. Okay. I guess I don't know what else to do at that point up until find out.
When I know exactly the day we can look at, you can.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just
when I know
awkward because I can't hear your feedback. Yeah. And maybe this is a StreamYard thing tonight or today. I don't know. I might have to cut the stream short. We'll see what happens. I'm praying that I'm not having this with anybody else, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's not your fault. It was StreamYard was giving me a problem before I began. Before I even began, it was giving me a problem. It's not your fault. I just want to make sure that you're satisfied with what we looked at because, like I said, you sent a channel gift. So I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Does-
that's okay.
Okay. So if it's not, like I said,
Okay.
I can see you on Saturday. Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay. Then I'll see you
for
on
now,
Saturday.
there is not much we can do now.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll, you'll have more information by the next time we talk. How about that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. You take care.
Yeah, exactly. When I know the date, we
Yes,
can figure
let
it
me
out
know.
more stuff.
Yeah, let me know. Okay. Okay. You take care.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Can anybody hear me? I don't know how this is all working out exactly. This is StreamYard is, for some reason, we're having some weird audio issues. And I'm hoping, I don't know. I was just about to cancel the live stream and she was like, I can hear you. And I'm like, oh shit, really? Then let's do this. Is anybody? Yes, we can hear you. Okay, great. Thank you for all that feedback. Excellent. All right, let's go. Who's next? Next in line is Roof TV or Roof. Yeah, Roof TV. I like the sound of that. Roof TV says I'm here December 5th. All right, so just in case anybody just got here and isn't sure how this all works, I usually do this every Saturday night. I've started doing this on the weekdays. So far, it's Tuesdays I've been doing it. And the way this works is I can get you a reading. They call it a speed reading. For some folks who have the ability, they can send a channel gift, and then I can spend more time on your chart. And you can usually get on the screen and we can have a report as I look at your chart, which is what we just tried to do because that person had sent the channel gift, but the rapport wasn't working real well. The audio was a major struggle. So let's just move on and hopefully this works out. Get your digits in the chat. How you show up in the queue, like the order, the chat is the queue, okay? So for those who might get a little nervous about putting their details, birth digits in the chat, if you don't like that, you could always email me. That works. Okay, so we're going to make a chart up here for Roof TV and get this on here. And for anybody who does send an email, you have to absolutely make sure that the email, that you include the name of how I see you show up in the chat. Your handle has to match. If it doesn't, I have to pass you up. Because then I got to play super detective figuring out who the hell it is. And it just eats up everybody's time. And it's completely, yeah, it's just a killer. It's a real live stream killer when we got to do that. So we're going to try to not do that. All right. So here we go. Roof TV. Let's get you into my system. And typically once you guys are in my system, I save you so that, you know, the next time you come back, if you do that, we don't got to rewrite charts and stuff. What I do need you to do is to let me know if you know what your rising sign is so we can make sure we got an accurate chart before I start reading a chart that might not be accurate. And so I'll tell you what I have on my end, Roof TV, for December 5th, 1965. 4 a.m. Exactly 4 a.m.? That's rare. Are you guessing? You're not guessing, are you? Or maybe somebody told you a birth time without yeah, like is your birth time on your birth certificate, or was it just kind of like mom told me type of thing, or somebody told me? Oh Lord, where'd that chart go? I hope I spelled this right. My spelling is just really... Okay, so this is what I got, Roof TV. I am showing December 5th, 1965, 4 a.m., Tel Aviv. I have a Scorpio rising at 11 degrees, Sagittarius sun at 12 degrees, and I've got an Aries moon at 26 degrees. Woo! Is that you? Okay, is that you? Oh, Tel Aviv said, yeah, that's me. Allastrology@gmail.com. I know that's a lot of letters. I'm putting that in the chat real quick. Okay, so we got you. Very good. Let's get this off the screen. Let me check and double check some things here real quick. I got to look at your chart real. Okay, so this is okay, no problem. And what are we working with? Scorpio on the ascendant. Aries 26 degrees moon. That's a big deal. A very big deal. Nodes are at 4. Okay. Mercury, retrograde Mercury. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so your Saturn and your Mercury are jumping out. They square each other. Your Mercury's in a retrograde. All right, so typically the teaching, Mercury is your mind, your communication, loves to learn. Definitely going to be a lot about self because it's in the first house, according to this chart. You also show that you have Neptune at 20 degrees in Scorpio. Do you feel like you have some strong intuitive abilities, even maybe about self, or maybe even perceptions of yourself, image, beliefs about yourself and the way you appear? That's a really psychic Scorpio, like super detective energy there, but with intuitions also coming in, things about self, and you have a strong trine with Sirius. So things about self, learning about self, anything really, because the Aries moon really makes a person really kind of, it's exciting. You know, they're pioneer energy, especially with something that you value. And so your life, your daily routines, even your work, but your health even, and your physical body are, yeah, this could be something that's kind of feels, you know, it might give you some emotional satisfaction. This could be really positive energy for starting things and kind of being out front, taking the lead on something, being first, you know, pioneer energy, and Aries being that fighter. And your moon, I'm sorry, your sun being in fire as well. Holy crap. Lots of fire, midheaven, fire. Woo. So this means you have, let me look at this. This is at 10. Okay. All right. What I want to say here is this quick look in this. You got Mars exalted in Cappy. Wonderful. Freaking wonderful. 15 degrees, which is at a Mercury mind degree. So This is wonderful. I love usually people who have Capricorn in their third house. Now, they might not be the easiest folks to live with because you have to be around them all the time. And that's not a smack on you. That's just saying that sometimes Capricorn energy can be a little cold or distant or feel that way. Mars, however, the way it functions in Cappy on such a high level, it's unbelievably disciplined. So its actions are, they're going to be well thought out. It's going to be, I'm not going to do that because that's a waste of time. And it's going to be really structured and organized. Even the thoughts in your mind can be structured and organized, which means that the way the words come out of your mouth, other people might be like, oh man, there's something about that person, the way they talk, like it makes sense. It can be like down to earth, but it's a logical way in which the information can come out, which means that when it comes to talking, speaking, and sales, this of course is boss energy, right? There might be manager, CEO type of vibrations there. And of course, a Venus at 28 degrees, a very serious Venus, all about the finances, all about the money, all about building for long-term financial security and stability. So now I went into all that because of your Mercury. You have a Mercury that's a freaking retrograde. So when you have a Mercury retrograde, the Mercury being the mind, it likes to like chew things over and over like a broken record. It just keeps going over it and it looks at it like a million different ways, right? Sometimes we might have to shut it off. Now, I think because it's in Sagittarius, that might be a little bit of a saving grace for you, because Mercury being all about the freaking details, and Saggy doesn't like details. It's the opposite. It says, hurry the hell up, give me the headline, just, yeah, enough already. So with all that said, this can be a very interesting combination where if you have the patience to deal with it in the long term, I think you have a lot here that can lead you to, I think it can be very inspiring, especially with Leo at the midheaven, like strong boss authoritarian energy, for sure. So whether it's a father figure, mother figure, just somebody that people look up to, Leo can be fun, but is definitely like under the spotlight. They shine, they're colorful, they're vibrant, they're full of life. So when you have these underlying wonderful traits that you have for discipline, for order, for structure, for working hard, and then the wisdom that your sun brings, the Sagittarius wisdom, and your Mercury even, but it's got a lot of esoteric and past life karmic soul energy as well. So I like this. And you got a lot of numbers in your chart, 24 and 8. These are all about the past, all about ancestry, all about another lifetime. I like that. And I think a person who has a Gemini at 28 degrees, I think that, yeah, that also speaks to ancient knowledge, ancient history. There could even be ancient healing modalities and stuff like that within the healthcare systems, or just, just kind of like holistic kind of stuff, because you got some strong Virgo stuff with your Pisces and your, I said Pisces, with your Pluto and your Uranus being like conjunct your 11th house cusp line, work, tasks, details, day-to-day routines. And it's in the house of gains, the house of gains. So I think that's pretty freaking awesome. I think that if you utilize that energy in the right way and all that discipline and all that knowledge, just don't step on people's toes with the, I've got all this wisdom and this knowledge, I can put it out there for people. Yeah, that can be hard to deal with at times. Chiron on my moon now and moon on my Chiron. Oh, God. Okay, well, we're talking about history. We're talking about past. And Chiron definitely talks about the past, 17 degrees. And that's fascinating that your Chiron is there. Yeah, because when you talk about right now and the moon being there, the moon's now at 19, so it was there. That speaks to wounds of the past. Absolutely. So this, again, when we talk about moon energy, mom, we talk about my right to survive. Chiron in the Pisces energy speaks of the concerns about humanity, believe it or not, the concerns about our ability to be one, the unity, the understanding, the surrender, the forgiveness, the beauty, that's Pisces energy. In your fourth house, though, again, home and family and mom wounds definitely come up. And that you mentioned that the moon is there today. Again, there could be a mother wound involved. It's in Pisces, so it's karmic energy. And you also have Saturn in your Pisces energy. So you just, last year had your Saturn return, or the year before that. So I would think that, yeah, you're in a process of, understanding, because that's what Pisces wants to do. It ultimately wants to get to a point of understanding, and then a release, and then a healing. So it's focused on your fourth house, home, family, and the past. But a lot of it can be the ancestral stuff. So keep that in mind, that there might be stuff that you're feeling or that's compounded that isn't necessarily from your experiences in present day. It's compounded energy from the past. All right, so there we go. Would love a reading. Jazzy Francesca. Aha. Francesca. Let me see. I do recognize that name. But let's see if we got you in this system here. We're moving on. Let me see. Do we have you in this system? Let me see. If you came before, and if we pulled you up. Oh, Francesca, I don't have you in the system as Francesca. Did you give another name? Because it's not here as Francesca. What the hell name are you using right now? Jazzbella. Okay, I don't think I even recognize that name for sure. All right, so we're moving on. I don't have that name, so I'm moving on. Because I don't know what else to do. I can't spend time. It's cheating other people. You got to give me a name that we have, or drop your digits, one or the other. But I'm moving on. There's not many people here. Venus Pisces. We're going to get you in here. How about that? 3:56 a.m. born in Maryland. I need a city. Okay, March 18th. Do you have a city for me? And I don't even know if that was Maryland. It just says MD, but yeah. I need a city and a state. So let's get this chart drawn up. Are you still here, Venus Pisces? Let me check my phone. Yeah, when I call your name, if you don't put me in the chat, let me know that you're still here, then, I got to move on, right? So just let me know. Let me find this damn live stream. I had so many problems earlier with the freaking sound. Holy crap. I was going batty. Oh, now I got to find... Oh, God, YouTube, what are you doing? Just let me find out what's going on here. How about this? Okay, great. Let's see. Oh, got you. Good job. Annapolis, Maryland. Very good. Okay, it worked on the phone. Excellent. Oh, I just dropped my stuff. Damn. Oh, I see. You put it in right there. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure you've seen your chart before, since we got Venus Pisces as your name here. And we're looking at March 18th. And did you 3:56 a.m. Oh, awesome. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, my spelling is so bad. It used to be really good, and then my brain was like, you don't need that shit anymore. Like, really? Okay. All right, so let me know if this is you. I have a chart that tells me This chart is saying you are an Aquarius on the ascendant. And let's see if that's right. We got an Aquarius rising, Pisces sun, and a Capricorn moon conjunct Juno. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Is this you? Correct. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Aquarius rising at 4. Okay. All right, so we're going to Mars for you. It's Tuesday. It's the day of Mars. You have a retrograding Mars. That's what's jumping out. A retrograding Mars and a retrograding Saturn. Okay, so here let's just real quickly. Yeah. The biggest It's probably one of the greatest retrograde charts, almost one of the greatest retrograde charts I've ever seen. You've got all this retrograding. Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter. Yeah, wow. Thank God your Neptune's not. Even though your Neptune is, oh no, it's in the 11th. Okay, that's good. I think that's a good thing. All right, so here's the thing. In your chart, normally we have 2 malefics in our charts for all of us. It's either going to be Mars or it's going to be Saturn. Mars or Saturn. It's only one or the other. Now, because, let me see. All right, so your your Saturn is your malefic. Okay, so this is actually really good because you have a retrograding Mars. It's good that your Mars, this is a good thing. Your Mars is also a trine right to your 5th house cusp line of children, fun, joy, creativity. Communication is big, huge. Mars in the 8th house it's a nice placement in the 8th. Mars knows how to work there. That's its home. It's in Libra though. And Mars isn't necessarily in its strongest strength there. So I think what that Mars probably does for you, though, is give you some wonderful forward thinking, a little bit of backbone, a little bit of initiation, taking a stand, taking charge, going first, because Libran energy doesn't normally want to do that. It wants to find out what the other person wants to do. Mars will add a nice amount of me energy to your Libra energy. That can be beneficial, and beneficial that this can be tricky with Mars in the 8th and Saturn, but overall, I think Mars, Saturn, and Pluto, I should say, all in the 8th. Overall, having Mars there, and it's a trine to your Venus, and it's a trine to that 5th house, I think if you get a little cocky, you know how Mars can get sometimes, where we get a little full of ourselves, the Saturn probably tempers that down a little bit. It probably tends to slow things down and show you right away where things don't work when that happens, when we kind of just run over other people or whatever they call that, what is that they say? Run roughshod, or there's some saying, I don't even know how to say it, but it just means like we're not considering others and we're just, very aggressive Martian energy. There is some depth to it in the 8th. It's got a lot of depth. And I think depth is important when we're talking about Mars energy. It can be extremely intense, but you have Pluto in the 8th that's going to add intensity. And this is with those significant one-on-one relationships. So right now, for the month of April, when we have so much in fiery Aries at the opposition, this is going to make you feel like a tug of war is going on in your life. So it's about what I value and what we value. It's like a tug of war. You put the transits on and look what happens. We've got all these planets in Aries. There's a buttload, right? Buttload, boatload. And Mercury's not even here yet, but it's going to be. just give it one more day on Wednesday, right? Tomorrow, Mercury's going to enter Aries. So what that experience gives you, again, is almost like I'm being pulled this way, I'm being pulled that way. It's extreme energy. It's extreme. When I look over at your Cancer energy, which is your health and your job and your day-to-day routines, you've got a node there at 19 degrees, your north node. So what that means is as Mars starts coming up in its numbers, it'll get conjunct Saturn. Not too big of a deal for you until everything starts getting into the teens, 15, 16, 17, 18, that kind of stuff. Then it's going to become a little bit more testy, a little bit more stressful, if it isn't stressful yet. I'm trying to give you a date. So you're going to have Mars and Mercury together there at 9 and 10. Yeah, so we're talking like April 19th, April 20th, April 21st. You're going to have Mars and Mercury together, and Saturn for that matter. They're going to really start squaring strongly your 6th house cusp line. So this is home and family, domestic energy, like in the home. It can also be like at work and people that I'm close to, people who feel like family. Strong women energy, feminine energy is real strong. Emotional needs, emotional security, and nurturing is going to be big. And it's going to be testing that. It sends stress and tension to how you feel safe and secure. It rocks the boat. It rocks the boat. So that's going to start, like I said, 18th, 19th, maybe even a couple days before, just to give you a heads up. It creates some strong T-square energy. So for really, once you get into May, you're talking, you still have Saturn doing its thing, but it's not going to reach, let me see. I'm going to give you the retrograde when Saturn begins. I just gave it out. What is it? May, what did I say? May. I didn't give the date. That's why. So it's the beginning of July, 3rd week of July. Yeah. 3rd week of July. That's when the Saturn stands still, and it's going to be in opposition to your Mars. So again, this is just going to be a little like stress and tension, authority figure energy, but it's stress and tension to the home and the emotions and family, and it can include work. Yeah, Aries are having a wild ride. That's a good point, because the Aries are having a wild time, but it's angling Cancer. It's angling, the Capricorn and the Libra energy. Oh my God, I'm hearing from lots of folks with the Libra. They're like, holy hell. Holy hell. And this was before Mars got into Aries. They were like, when is this going to end? Yeah, pink unfolding. I can do synastry, but that's looking at 2 charts. You might want to think about, it's 2 charts. You know what I'm saying? That's more time. But yeah, that's not hard to do. We just pull it up and we can look at it. Okay, so yeah, the 7 planets. I know, it's crazy stuff. Yeah, so hope that helped. Let me go real quick over this way. Yeah, let's see here. I don't know if that, let me go back. Okay, November, the sunny side. Am I going right? Hello, popped up out of curiosity. Big Stan 6670. Well, hello to you too. Curiosity, well, if you hang around long enough, you might. Pink says I don't have audio. Well, hopefully that's all forgotten about by now. Okay, we got the sunny side. Sunny side, are you here? You're welcome, teamwork. And Jazzy Bella, again, I'm only going to say it this last time. You may have been here before, but it's not under that name. And if it's not under that name, how do I know what chart to pull up? Because I go by names in those charts. And I honestly don't have Jazzy Bella in my system, or Francesca. So it has to match the chart that you've given to me. Or just give me your digits again. Like that would be the solution. Okay, so who did I just say? The sunny side. Looks like the sunny side was next. Is the sunny side here? If not, I'm going to move on. Let me check my phone. Sunny side, are you here? Going once, going twice. Oh, Jazzy Bella did put birth digits in. Okay, that helps. That's how I can do it. Then I'm putting you in the system, but I'll be putting you in as Jazzy Bella, which means the next time you come back, if you come back under a different Gmail, then I don't know it's you. And I feel like I've had that conversation many times before, so I'm kind of like done with it. So if we got your digits, I can do you. Okay, so sunny side, I don't see you here. I'm going to move on. Yep, you're welcome, teamwork. Thank you for the channel gift. Yep. Thank you very much. Okay. Roof TV rectified. Not guessing. Oh, gotcha. Pink unfolding. You got there's my email address. If you are sending digits that way, that's fine. You can get your digits to me that way. Yeah, the Chiron, speaking to this really quickly, I don't know if Roof TV, but Chiron in Pisces, it's extremely sensitive energy, really sensitive. But it's carrying a lot of those sensitivities, and intuitions, right? It's the sponge of the zodiac. So Pisces energy always has to be really careful, especially when a Chiron is in Pisces. We always have to be really cautious, like who we're around, what we're reading, what we're listening to, what kind of energy we put, that we allow around us in our space. That's going to be really important for folks with Chiron and Pisces, Pisces moon, or if you just have a lot of stuff in Pisces or a lot of stuff in the 12th house. You have to protect yourself and learn to establish healthy boundaries. So pink unfolding, chart data in the email. I have a feeling you must have sent it to the wrong email. Let me refresh one more time, pink unfolding. I don't see any email from you. You might have spelled it wrong. I did not receive an email. Yep, you might want to resend that. Just copy, paste it right out of what I have in the browser. That's the way it's spelled, Allastrology, gmail.com. Okay, thinking of moving. Okay. Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, once I start looking at a chart, I usually don't. Yeah, I don't read back at the chat because I'm focused on the chart. Make sense? So if you're putting your birth digits in, then give me a one word, like a keyword of what you want me to focus on if that's what you want to do. But remember, we're going fast, or we're trying to go fast. And so far I'm looking for, it looks like Jazzy Bella is the only one who's got digits because other folks are saying they sent them, but I don't see them. Jazzy Bella, are you still here? Because I think I see your digits, something on August 28th, eclipse. Okay, Jazzy Bella's not messing around. Jazzy Bella's like, here's what I need to know. Here's my digits. All right, Jazzy Bella, let's get you in here. And I'm going to explain this to you. This is the name it's going under, Jazzy Bella. Or no, do you want me to put it under Francesca? How about that? Since that's what you said, that you're Francesca. Because you always come with a different email. And yeah, but you just have to tell me what name it is. Like if you come under and anyway, I'm really tired of talking about it. So let me just be quiet and get your digits in here. So we're talking November 25th. It's your lucky day, huh? 69. Someone else said hello down there. Hello. I don't know who that was. DCB 2000. How the heck are you doing? That sounds familiar. Who is that? Is that Derek Briscoe? I don't know. Who is that DCB? It is. You got this. I see the circle and the smile. That's got to be. What time is it where you are? How the hell are you? I've been hoping you're doing well, and I've been hoping that you're like really happy. That's what I'm hoping. That life is like, yes, for you. Yeah, pink unfolding, especially if you're generous and you can send a channel gift, and then I can do a synastry, and because then I could have more time with it and you can ask a question. Does that make sense? But if you want me to look at multiple charts on a speed reading, you're probably not going to be happy with the information because it's not really going to give you the depth that a synastry deserves, to be honest with you. Okay. Has been sent. Didn't come to my email. Just want you to know that you might want to resend it. All right, Pittsburgh. I swear, every time I see Pittsburgh, I think of Dude in the Green Book. First time I heard him say it, it made me laugh. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you've seen it, you know. What do they say? If you know, you know. Okay. So Francesca, let's take a look at this chart. Make sure we got the right one. Because, yeah, you just never know what's going on here. All right, this is the chart we're working with. Chart data and email. I got to get that off of there. I didn't get your email for that person. So Francesca, I've got a Virgo 23 degrees. Is this you? November 25th, 1969, 1:32 a.m. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And your question is, oh, she's like already working on, she's already in 2027. Gotcha. You're speaking to, okay. Okay, so let me take a look at that for you and see real quick. Francesca's like, I'm here. Okay, yeah, I put it in as Francesca. Okay, and that's good. All right, I'm going to save it. So then this way, whenever you come here, that's the name you have to give if you want me to do your chart, okay? And if I have to guess, I'm just going to go right past. I think that's fair. All right, so let's take a quick look at what you're discussing here for your stuff. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're talking about okay, so your question is the 27 degrees on your 6th house. That's what your question's got. Got it. What do you got at the opposite end? Is there any planets? No. Okay, but that's going to be a thing too. Okay, so friends, and even, yeah, I know you with that Leo energy, the romance energy. Interesting. Okay. So group energy, yeah, there will be an eclipse there. That's right. And so you're going to, oh, wait a minute. Yours is at 27. Hold on a second. That's at 24. Okay. But then you have, okay, 20 degrees of Leo. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So you're saying you're concerned about August 28th. Let me just go there because I think there's a lot of things going on that some of the information is accurate, and I don't think all of it is. And that's my concern about what you have there. So let's do this. Let's go forward for you. Okay. All right. So, right. 4 degrees of Pisces. That's your August 28th stuff. Okay. And let me clarify this here for you. So 4 degrees of Pisces, 4 degrees of Virgo. No, nothing. At least not in this chart. And maybe you're thinking about the 27 degrees house cusp line. That could be it. That's like 6 degrees away. But either way, that's work, that's health, that's daily routines. Okay. So possibly, if that's what you're talking about, that could be the thing. Yeah, that could be the thing. I think that what is a bigger focus is when you're asking your specific question about love. That's always really what your focus is. So that's where we're going to kind of tie this in, I think. If you want me to, yeah. I mean, you had a few months back, right? In February, you had a big eclipse on that Leo energy at 27 degrees and your Aquarius energy at 27 degrees. Yeah, there was an eclipse there. And that was a solar eclipse, which would have meant like a new beginning for you, possibly, in terms of friendships and love. So that means that the 27 degrees at both ends, those will stay active. Those stay active for, let me see the length of time, for 4 years. All right, so this means a love that's far away, possibly. This can be somebody that lives, across the pond, someone who lives in another country, someone who speaks a different language. That's where your Leo energy and where the eclipse happened, okay? Especially since you have Regulus right there too. So that definitely would have been a thing. Normally, though, that would have started occurring in your life, really, honestly, the year before. And this was the eclipse in February of 2026. I know you're focused on the future, but that is probably the most potent spot you have. Now, you do have, well, you already had, I should say. Again, these were all eclipses that already happened. You had one on your vertex and your anti-vertex in Pisces and in Virgo. So those were strong. But anytime we talk about the 12th house, this is like past life stuff. This is also deeply psychological. This is the subconscious. So a lot of these impressions, a lot of the information can be information that's coming from another time, right? So it can almost feel like, I know this is true. I know this is happening. I feel it in my bones. You can meet people where there's a strong familiarity of, oh yeah, we've been together. Oh yeah, we're going to be together. It can be deceptive. It can be deceptive. Not that someone's trying to play games on you, but when we have our past that is still very strong and that we're connected to, that's the part that can be deceptive. So looking forward in your chart, you do have something at 17 degrees of Aquarius. Yeah, that's probably and that's going to be your Mars. This will be in your 5th house. And there's a spot in your chart that says that's karmic. It's right there at 15 degrees karmic energy. So this will be a thing for you. Okay. And it is going to be a solar eclipse. So it can be a new beginning. And in the 5th house, it can be a friend. It can be somebody online because it's technology where there may be a romantic beginning. That's a possibility. It could just be flirting around too, right? It can be surprisingly out of nowhere. It can be fast and it can be over just like that. It's Aquarius energy. It's not, remember the teaching. When you want to start something that's going to actually last and stay, Uranus all by itself is more about, that quickie energy. It's more about let's have a fun time. When Saturn is involved, it's a little bit more about the long haul, the long term. So yes, you have an eclipse right here, but it's karmic. Even the symbol for karma is here. You follow? Which just means there might be some lessons, unresolved lessons that have to be learned. The way you communicate is part of this, and the desire energy is part of it as well, and the actions that you take, meaning that's part of the lesson. That's part of the experience for you. And if we don't work on it, and if we don't, keep practicing, then we kind of keep redoing the same. That's the karmic energy. We just keep repeating cycles. So there's something about the mind, the communication style, the words, the thoughts in your head, the desire energy, the desire for exciting, new, possibly younger, possibly older, but very unique and unconventional energy. Like that's the attraction. And probably a little bit about, the ability to have a little, control. The whole detachment. It is Derek Briscoe. That's what I thought. Woohoo! Good for you. Awesome. Okay, Jazzy. So I hope you heard that. I hope that helps. Again, that's not coming until February, but you should probably already be in it. 6 months to a year in advance easily when we have objects that are exact to the eclipse energy. Okay. All right. So who's after? We're moving on. Jazzy came back. So we got Jazzy. We got that. We got Venus. I'm going back up in my chats here. Let me go to the email. Somebody said they sent okay, so whoever is sending stuff through the email, I'm not seeing any of it. You might be spelling it wrong. It's not coming to me. You have to use the email that I have right there in the chat. It's also the same email that I've put down below under the live stream. Okay. Okay. So Pink Unfolding, I think I was speaking to you on that one because you said multiple times. Loving the new daily live stream. Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, anytime somebody wants the synastries can be done, but I would need the other person's digits for a synastry. Make sense? Yeah, it's two charts together. So I would need the other person's digits. And if you're really serious about that, you would just get the email to me and get everything together in one nice package so that I can have the charts drawn up. And then when we go live, we can do that. Or you can just, seek me out privately. You could do it that way too, if you like. It's your choice. Hey, I see you. Hello. You got a question? You got a birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state? This is astrology readings. What's your question? Yep. Yeah, Jimmy, I really prefer it. I am a morning person. That nighttime stuff was just killing me. I mean, I was on the weirdest schedule then. I just really was. I was on an insane schedule. I was working a weird schedule. Yeah. And then it just transferred over to doing my live streams at that time. And it was just all weird. Okay. So I'm going to check the emails one more. Oh, someone's got their, okay. I see that. Do you have a birth time and a birth location? That's how I draw up your chart. Yep. Yeah. Again, sometimes people get a little nervous about leaving digits, their birth stuff in a live stream. That's okay. I understand that. And I'm really big on privacy. So I want the same for you guys. So my recommendation would be, okay, that's weird. That is really weird. I've been having the weirdest text stuff today. I just press send so that it would show up in the chat, and it's not showing up in the chat. So my stuff isn't showing up in the chat either. Oh, wow. Okay, there. Okay. They just both went through. All right. So yeah, you can send stuff to me privately if you send it to this. There's my Gmail address. Okay. Oh, I need water. I see you. I see you. I see your name. I see your birthday. I see October 24th. Ah, another Scorpio, right? 1997. Yeah. We have such humid weather here today. This shit's all crazy. Yeah, I need your birthday. Birth time and birth date. Birth city, birth state. Oh, no, Briscoe, I'm in the same place. I'm in a different room. I'm in a different room. I finally got in a situation where I'm like, okay, that's why the other place. Yeah, anyway, you don't want to know. It was 3 people working out of one room. Okay. It's just insane. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You got it there. Job. Oh, see, now this is what I like. People who have their shit together. September 12th, 2002. Is this India? Yeah, what country is that? I'm going to draw up your chart. I got your name. Oh, wait, this is a different person. Oh, that's fine. So we got somebody who's got their digits in here. That's good. I need, do you have a birth time, September 12th? September 12th, 2002. This is about my job. And I don't know if that's your name after that, but I'm from India, but I live in London. Okay, great. So, yeah, I'm asking about your birth information that you've posted here. Is that the location? All right, let me do this really quick because I feel like I'm sitting here doing nothing. Let me get to work here. And what name am I putting on this chart? The name that I'm seeing in the chat, you think 915. You think 915. Okay, so another person. Okay, so now everybody has their birth digits in at the right time. All at the same time. You're killing me, people. You're ruining my little first come, first serve thing. They're making it difficult on me. All right. September 12th, 2002 says, I think it's at 9:15. Birth time is a big deal in India. You're not sure? All right. Well, let me put Mr. whatever your name is up there. Mr. Paul. Oh, I could do that. Mr. Paul Vlogs. Mr. Paul Vlog. That's pretty simple. That's the name I'm putting on this chart, just so you know. That's important to know. If you come back and if you don't give me that name, I won't be able to find your chart. So September. Hey, Taffy, I see you. And we're going to go with the 9:15 p.m. Have you seen your chart before? So, Mr. Paul, this right here, what you're putting in right here, that's the location of your birth? That's what I'm asking. I'm assuming that that's what it is. And is that correct? Is that your birth location? Okay, thank you. Oh, Lord. For birth location, I almost put in America. I don't know why. Oh, I wonder if it's spelled wrong. Do I have it spelled correctly? Nikhil? And then it's Kumar. The system is not taking that. It's telling me it doesn't exist. It's telling me it's not found in India. Like, really? Well, then where would it be? Yeah, I'm having some problems drawing this up. Oh, now you're telling me that's your name. Okay. All right. Well, how about we start over again? I want you, when you have a chance, get all your stuff together in one comment, okay? Get all your stuff together in one comment. And when you have that all together, then I'll come back and draw that up. In the meantime, I'm going to go to the next person, and I think that is the other person that came in with their digits. Are you still here? Zisha? Are you still here? I see you have your digits and your location and your birth time. Mr. Paul, you're going to have to get all your stuff together, okay? In one comment for me. Your name, your birth time, your birth date, your birth city, and your country. Get it all together for me in one comment. So, Zisha, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not, but just remember, I mean no harm by that. Is Zisha still here? October 24th, 1997. Zishan, are you still here? Because I'm going to draw your chart up since you have all the information together. Hello. Oh, maybe Zishan's not here. All right. Well, I kind of figured this live stream was going to be a little wacky when I couldn't get live for, I don't know, 15 minutes. It was supposed to start at 3 and the audio was not working, and it was just a really rough go at the beginning. And that usually is like, this is probably not going to be a smooth sailing kind of a day as far as live stream. Zisha, are you still here? Okay, Zisha's not here, so I'm going to float back to Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul, are you still here? Oh, now Zisha says I'm here. Okay. All right, Zisha, you're still here. Very good. Let's get you drawn up since you're here. And since I have your birth digits in front of me and they're all together. Thank you. That makes it so much easier for me. I appreciate that. Oh, look at pink unfolding. Thank you. That was so nice of you to do all that. All righty. So I'm putting your digits in right now. What was it? The 24th of October, 97, 12:30 a.m. Very good. That's better. Yeah, sometimes people just don't realize how important, if the time is off, then whatever I say is probably not going to be accurate. But when you get the time that you were told, that's all you can do is work with that. All righty. I see you, Taffy. Come on. You can come in. Now it's no fun to come in when there's no candle to knock down. All right. Have you seen your chart before? Well, I'm sure you have, but I've got a Leo rising at 16 degrees, and I have a Leo moon. Ah. Well, you answered your own question. Just look at your chart. Yeah. I mean, really, without even looking at anything else in the chart. Yeah. Look at this. Where's his moon? I hope this is your chart. Because I'm already like, look at the Leo moon. Leo moon at 7, Leo rising at 16, Scorpio sun. Yeah. No? Yes? So I see that you're here. Does this make sense for you? Have you seen your chart before? Do you know that you're a Leo moon at 7 degrees? Because if you are, this answers your question Just this moon alone. Not that there aren't other things. There's probably some other stuff, and there is. I see it already. Interesting. You have a Venus and a Mars that like on top of each other in the 5th house, and it's in Saggy. Okay. So this can be tricky. This can be tricky energy. You also have Saturn in a retrograde up here. And this Saturn that's in a retrograde, that Saturn is your great malefic in your chart. Which means Venus would be your great benefic, the planet that gives its gifts to you. The most auspicious planet in your chart is Venus, feminine energy. Having your moon, oh, you've not seen your chart before. Okay, well, we're just going to have to take it on faith that this is you. But when your questions about romance and love, and I'm not sure if it was specifically about romance or if it was a question about alone in love, always feel alone in love life. Okay, tell me about okay, well, here's the thing. Just looking at your Leo moon, it's in the 12th house of hidden. This is the house of hidden and isolated, 12th house energy, behind the veil, invisible. Your moon is there. Your moon is what you are, what gives you emotional security, emotional satisfaction. It's what makes you feel safe inside. That's your moon energy. Okay, we all have it. Yours is in Leo. That's romance. Now, remember I said it was in the house, the 12th house of behind the curtain, the house of it's unseen, the house of it's on the other side of the world. It's far from me. This is the house of isolation, the house of feeling alone, the house of also of I do need to spend some time alone too, by the way, for respite and rest. But it's in romance, children, fun, joy, creativity, romance, and it's in the relationship degree. You see? So for you, this 7-degree moon relationships, this is a huge need for you. The thing is, it's in a tricky placement, and that 12th house is tricky because it's deceptions as well. It's deceptive energy. So romance and love, it might be confusing which one, are they the same thing? Right? Is like lust and all that fun stuff, right? Some people like attachments, becoming attached to something or someone sometimes gets confused as love. Now, this isn't to say that that's who you are. I'm simply stating that when we are dealing in the house of deceptions, these are the topics. These are the things where if we're not super self-aware of our own desires, our own expectations in relationships, in romance. This is also the house of extremely idealistic, which is I might see somebody, we might start messing around or dating even, and all of a sudden we tend to put people up on a pedestal. We get really, we've got the rose-colored glasses on it. And so it's almost like we're in love with being in love. We're in love with being in a relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean like we get attached to that. And this is very fixed energy, by the way. It's the lion. It's the freaking king of the jungle. Very fixed. So this is the kind of energy that feels like, this is the energy that with the moon there, it feels like it's the authority figure, the mom and the dad too. And so this could even definitely speak about your own mother. Absolutely. But a Leo energy, the great thing about Leo is it's fun. It can use laughter and comedy and entertainment and jokes to break the ice and to use that as kind of like a springboard. And so mom might have been fun, a little bit over the top dramatic, for sure. Over the top dramatic is a moon in the 12th for anybody, but especially Leo. Unbelievably dramatic energy. These people were made for the stage and screen. And so sometimes we create these little fantasies or stories in our head or whatnot. And so the point of all of that is to say, we might see our life in a certain way, and it might not really be very accurate. we may view our relationships in a certain way, and it might not be real accurate. There could be a little over idealistic energy involved with it. So real quickly, your fifth house, like same thing, fun, children, joy, romance, and creativity. Venus and Mars together, really aggressive energy, wanting more because it's Venus, even though she can be beneficial to you. In Sagittarius, the Sagittariuses have to work extremely hard to be in committed relationships. It's just the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. They're usually difficult to be in committed relationships. So you have this in the place of romance because it's all about adventure, excitement, fun, and let's go to the next goal. I accomplished that. Let's move on. That's Saggy. It's not all that Saggy is. Saggy, it can be super wise, but it is all about the adventure. It loves the adventure. So it can be tricky with the Leo moon over there in the 12th and your Venus and your Mars together, literally just about on top of one another. There's desires and actions being taken. They are like combined. In other words, I have to be a little bit more wiser about the actions that I take. I have to show some, possibly some self-restraint and not get overconfident. That's a big Leo and Saggy word, is the confidence and the courage is like over the top. Now, it's getting a trine from your Saturn. Automatically, Saturn can be cold, but it can slow things down. And what Saturn can do is it can make you wait a very long time. Remember what I said at the beginning of the reading. Saturn in your chart is in a retrograde, and it is your great malefic. Saturn requires you put in the time, and you prove that you are the person that is been working hard at being a good partner, a loyal, high integrity partner. That's what Saturn wants you to do. And then once that's accomplished, Saturn rewards. All right, next. It's 4:30. I got a half hour. Let's go. Who's the next one? I feel like I've spent so much time just trying to find out birth information. For anybody who's been here, if you didn't get a chance, go to the email, send your digits, tell me, gee, next time you go live, please get your, put me in your system. That way we're not wasting time. And eventually what's going to happen is I'm probably only going to read for people who have already emailed me because there's just a lot of wasted time doing it this way. Which is fine when people have it all together, like right off the bat. Then it's not a big deal. Okay, so it's the bits and pieces. All right, so where's the other Mr. Paul? Did Mr. Paul ever get there? Okay, Mr. Paul's still here. So, Mr. Paul, did you get it all together? Oh, you did. No, that's Pink Unfold. Oh, Pink Unfolding got their digits in too. Holy crap. Okay. When do I? Oh, it's going to, yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay, we got quite a few people in here. That's good with their digits, and they're all ready. So, Mr. Paul, I'm looking for where you put your digits in. Did you put everything together? Birth location? Ah, but you didn't give it to me in a nice package because that means I'm going back and forth now looking for your other stuff. Okay, so yeah, put it all together in a nice package for me. When you have it all together, then your birth time, your birth date, birth city, and birth country, okay? The city and the country that you were born in. Okay, Pink Unfolding, you've been here this whole time, so we're going to get you up in here. And you have all your stuff. Thank you. That helps a lot. March 26th. And I'm assuming I'm going to just use that name. March 26, 1959. Okay, 8:30 a.m. Very good. And the UK. Have you seen your chart before? I have. Gemini rising at 5 degrees, March 26, 1959, 8:03 a.m. Is that pronounced Rockford, United Kingdom? Probably not. But I have a Gemini rising at 5 degrees. I have a moon at 25 degrees in Libra, conjunct your vertex. Ooh. And you are a 4 degrees Aries sun. Any of this making sense? Okay, the air just kicked on. It's getting a little chilly in here. Correct. Woohoo! Oh my God, I love it when the shit's correct the first time. Oh, I am happy. Excellent. All right, so did you say... Okay, Paul, I see you got all your stuff there. I'm going to try to get to you right after this. Very good. Okay, so... pink unfolding. I don't see your one word keyword to tell me what am I focusing on. If not, I'll read whatever jumps out at me. Yes, let's work on it. I'm not sure what that means. Or maybe let's work on it, huh? Okay. Here we go. Let me save this so that we got you in the system here. Let me get rid of that. That might be part of the situation. Want to know about wound. Okay, well, let's take a look. Let's take a peek. So typically when we use the word wound, you hear me often talk about mother wounds and stuff. But you've got your Chiron. That's a wound as well. The wounded healer. Chiron at 25 degrees in Aquarius energy. This is conjunct your 11th house cusp line, which kind of talks about a mixture of wounds with yourself, your body, your independent energy and authority figures, possibly work involved, but possibly also within energy, group energy, maybe even some feminine energy involved in that too. Group energy is a big one. Social causes. Aquarius is really different and unique. Super independent energy. Okay, your Venus is in a square with Sekhmet. That's interesting. Okay, it's more feminine energy too, but they're in a square that creates stress and tension. Well, there's a lot of strong Venus energy here. A lot of strong Venus and feminine and self energy. Your nodes are at 13, which is self as well, me. It's like Aries energy. And so you have history with that. And Aries by itself, again, just like the Aquarius, very independent energy. This is all in your 12th, though. Your Mercury and your South Node in your 12th house. So karma and karmic energy, other lifetimes, soul memory, soul history, independence and freedom. And sometimes we feel as though, where is my freedom and independence? Why? Because it's hidden. It's in that 12th house energy. It makes it difficult when it's in the 12th. 12th, we're really sensitive in our 12th house. Very sensitive about self, especially the head. My head is always cold. Yep, the top of the head is sensitive for sure. Aries usually puts the head down and charges. You have a retrograde Mercury, which says there's possibly the, overthinking. And you're going to have this wicked streak, just so you know. You have a wicked marking in here, which is a retrograde Mercury trining, almost an exact trine, fire, a lot of fire to Uranus energy. So when we talk about independent energy, this is fiercely independent, rebellious energy, strong. And Mars likes to be the initiator, maybe even an agitator, when it's young, right? Mars is very feisty, can be very optimistic, youthful, fun, funny in games. Same with the Uranus energy. Your Leo energy, and you have Uranus there. But you also have karma at 23 degrees in Leo. So karma with possibly romance. So there, of course, anything from the past, typically, there can be a lot of good. Karma doesn't necessarily have to mean like, oh, it's negative. No, it just means you reap what you sow, and so what you've already sown, this is what comes forward. This is what you'll receive. 12 comes up and 23. So Pisces in Uranus energy, friends and group energy, acceptance, unity, oneness, but there can be highly idealistic energy. So you have some strong combinations here. You have so much air in your chart. North Node in air, Juno's right there. So your moon is here now, okay? And again, this moon is also at an Aries degree. So more self, a lot of things over self, myself in a relationship, equality in relationships. That's going to be huge. I think having an Aries degree in Libra might be good, although you do have a lot of strong Aries energy in your chart. So you may have had relationships and you might even have wounds about those relationships where you've been accused of maybe being self-centered or not. Self-centered might be harsh. Maybe not being thoughtful enough of the other person, possibly. Only because you have a degree there, right? But when people have a moon in Libra, normally they're very thoughtful of the other person. However, they can be, there might be issues around control. Either I'm the controlling one, the other person's controlling me, because this moon in the wounds, your Chiron and your moon, they're like an exact trine. They're both at the Aries degree of self. Freedom, independence, my body, okay? My ability to start things, to initiate, to be a pioneer, to just be able to do something solo. So mother wound connected to that, meaning mom may have had these wounds as well, ancestral stuff possibly involved. You might have seen a theme in relationships in the family, whether it's control or being controlled. So yeah, past life history. And then you even have really sensitive moon energy, the Cancer crab right there on your third house cusp line of your mind, how you think, talk, and communicate. So I could see how there can be some very tricky things here. My caution is this Uranus energy. When we have Uranus and Leo, we just got to be careful. You have it in the fourth house. Again, this can be wound energy. It's interesting you picked the one word, right? Your fourth house, this is moon energy. So yeah, we can attach family wounds, mother wounds, ancestral wounds, authority figures comes up. Rebelliousness, super unique, but can be harsh, but surprising energy. Maybe, it's Uranian energy. It's out there. It will not be, nobody can rule me. I'm the boss of myself. That's what Uranus energy is about. Extremely independent. So when you speak about Aries and Uranian energy together and you talk about wounds, yeah, being alone, being in front, being the pioneer, I could see how this could be quite a challenge. There's a lot focused on, even Pisces degree, on not seen, being isolated, being invisible type of energy, solo. Like there's just a lot of strong pioneer stuff. Even your freaking Mars, which is a very independent pioneering energy, even your Mars is blown up. What I mean by that is it's at a Jupiter degree. So the Mars fierceness for being independent, for being first, for wanting to be the pioneer in something is really over the top. So you have a lot of that going on. And not to mention your freaking Jupiter is at the Aries degree as well. Holy hell, Aries in your chart. So when you talk about wounds, there's a connection with history and the past, ancestry, mom. Beliefs are definitely a big thing though. Yeah, there's a connection to your beliefs and even restrictions and possibly with authority figures, but beliefs about work and long-term commitments even, okay? Cautious with a 21 degrees Mars in Gemini. Yeah. I would just be cautious. Mars and Gemini, yeah. I mean, obviously digital, obviously social media, and that, that whole thing, but it's going to talk maybe before it thinks, or it's going to just take action with what it's thinking without really thinking it through, because it's air and it's fire mixed together, which means things might come out sometimes that, holy shit, if I had just thought a little bit longer, or if I had just thought about it, before I spoke, thought about it longer before I took action even. It's really assertive energy. It can come across quite aggressive because it's at a Jupiter degree. So it really kind of goes, it adds to its I've got to be first type kind of thing. So I hope, I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, Mr. Paul. Let me do, where are we at? There you go. Mr. Paul, are you still here? All right. If Mr. Paul is not here, Mr. Paul, going once, going twice. Are you still here, Mr. Paul? You're welcome. You can come back. I'll try to be back here next Tuesday. I will be doing this again on Saturday night. Every Saturday. Well, every Saturday we're doing something with astrology. The first Saturday of the month is a live stream on the channel. Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. The second Saturday of the month, we do an astrology class. So if you want in on that, just go ahead, send me an email. You can get in on that. That's private, by the way. The third Saturday, we do a live stream. It's public. You can see it, just like we're doing tonight. Saturdays at 8 o'clock. Every Saturday at 8 o'clock, we're doing something with astrology. And then the last Saturday of the month, we do a private lives. It's the same thing we're doing here, but we do it privately. It's for people who want to look at things that are really nobody else's damn business. That's just the reality. Okay, Mr. Paul, let me get your chart in here. I see you're here. Thank you for hanging on. Thank you for having patience. And thank you for getting all your digits together. And so, Pink, I've got all your stuff saved into the system. Oh, we should probably put a name there, huh? Oh, you want your real name in there. Okay, N-I, not your handle. Yeah, I only recommend, sometimes people don't want their real name on their chart, and that's fine. You just have to remember the handle that you gave. Okay, so September. I didn't spell that right. September 12th, 2002. Why isn't it going in the, oh my God. Technology is just really testing my patience today. Okay, Mr. Paul, we are almost there. Have you seen your chart before? Okay, I really don't know how to pronounce this. Hind Shamli is the city, I'm assuming. Oh, wait a minute. You have a lot of names there. You got the India part. That was easy. Oh Lord, they're telling me. Okay, so then maybe it's the Uttar. Actually, that sounds familiar. I've done charts for that one before. Yeah. All right, September 12th, 2002, 9:15 p.m. India. Uttar. I'm not going to say because I don't pronounce it correctly. All right, so I have a 23 degrees Taurus on the ascendant, Taurus rising. And I have an 8-degree Saggy moon. Ooh, okay, you got a lot of Saggy. You have a South Node in Saggy and a Pluto conjunct. Holy crap. Okay, Jupiter, 8 degrees. Ooh, my Lord. Holy moly. Yeah. Okay, got it. Gotcha. So have you seen your chart? I'm assuming you have, but maybe not. Oh, I got to go change that vent. Holy crap. I need something on me. It is too cold to be dressed like this with this air bumping out like that. So this is showing that you have Taurus at a 23 degrees and your nodes are at 12. And you have that moon. That's the main thing. People usually know their rising, their ascendant, and their moon sign. There's your moon, 8 degrees Saggy, and yep. Yeah, I've got you September 12th. Yeah, and I've got your name on the chart. Nikhil. I got that there. It's the, I don't know where, I had a 2002 birth year. Yes, it does say that up above. You see that? It says 2002 right there. And now I think I'm seeing something here that says different. Is the birth information that you see correct? There's your birth digits. That's what I have on the chart. September 12th, 2002, 9:15 p.m. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, great. Because I'm looking at some other stuff here that says 2004, and I'm very confused at this point now. And I'm hoping that was just a typo or something. Otherwise, I'm like, yeah, it might be time for me to just stop. But as long as what you're saying I have there is right, we're going to stick with that. Did you give me like a word or a keyword of something that I'm focusing on, or am I just going to, because I'm not, once I look at the chart, I don't come back to the chat. You see, you give me one word and we can do that, or I will just tell you what comes to me. Okay. So yeah, 8-degree moon, you've got a lot in your chart. Your moon trines your Jupiter. They're both at 8 degrees. Holy shit. It's in the 4th house, home, family, mom, property, ancestry. This is so big in your chart. Oh my God. You even have, yeah, your moon is also at the degree of 8 in the Sagittarius. So there's a lot of wounds when we look at the number 8 too. You even have at the opposition of that, you have Neptune at 8 degrees. This is really occult energy as well. Yeah, you've got like this giant Merkaba in your chart for sure. Look at that. And I know I have a lot of crazy objects on the chart. I have a lot. But they actually just reveal more about a person's personality. And so you have an opposition between Neptune and Jupiter. And so this can be beneficial, but your Neptune's in a retrograde, which means at times confusion can be strong. You have a retrograding Neptune. And of course, it's in Aquarius, astrology. Yeah. And it's also technology. And so maybe that explains some of the confusion we've had. That's possible. But at the same time, you have Uranus, the ruler, right? Co-ruler of Aquarius energy. A nice placement, very strong. Saturn at 28, more moon energy, more mom and ancestry, history, ancient knowledge. Whenever we look at moon energy, you know, ancient cultures and civilizations, you have Chiron at 3 degrees in Capricorn, though. That's another, I don't know why I'm stuck on wounds. Beliefs, because you got this 8 degrees all over the damn place. So the 8 degrees is like a warrior energy, right? It's Mars energy. It's even Pluto energy. So it can be super intense, just really intense. Intense when it comes to whether, yeah, home and family and mom, for sure. It can be quite intense as far as being and feeling like it is the authority figure. There might be some illusions around that. But mom may have been very intense. Yeah. Venus and Scorpio. Wow. More intense energy. Wow. The intense energy, these folks who have this intense energy, it's really occult energy. They're very deep. They're not surfacey fake people, right? And I shouldn't say that all people who are just surfacey are fake. Sometimes people just don't know what else to talk about, right? Or their mind just works differently. That's true enough. I mean, people are busy on social media. It's all fake, right? Until you get face to face and you can have conversation with people. That's 8 degrees. Those people, that's what they crave. That's what they demand. They demand that of others in their life. They demand the intensity to be shared and to be given and reciprocated. They don't want any false whatever. Save that crap for whoever. I know, they feel like you're wasting their time even. So yeah, when a person has a moon, you have so much at those degrees. And you got the galactic center in your 8th house. So these are, like I said, deep people. And so astrology, anything occult knowledge would be big. But ultimately, the number 8 is about healing too. Changing, transforming, and healing. So home, changing, deep changes, not just subtle changes, but big changes. And this is your emotions as well. How was childhood? Play, feeling safe. Where's your happy space? Like that's a big deal with Leo energy. And you have it in the 4th house. So it gave you a lot of confidence, possibly. Home, especially since it's a trine. Maybe mom was part of that for you, supplying that. So what does this do? This, in a way, I don't know if you're here. I don't know if you told me what. Yeah, do not mess around with Mr. Paul is right. You're right about that. So, yeah, the number 8, it's just, it pops up all over. And even the Venus in the same kind of energy, in the 8 energy, these definitely are warriors. These are people who always have to be on a mission. So once one mission is over, okay, what's the next mission? If we aren't on a mission, we will tend to start shit with other people. We will create a mission because it's Mars and Scorpio energy. It's gotta kind of have a project, but more serious, like a mission that it's constantly working on in the background. Like that's how we let the intensity of the energy that we have, that's how it releases. That's how we utilize it. We channel it through that, in that direction. And it's probably needed there. If we don't have that, these people usually have to have a physical outlet, something that is physically demanding. Now, I see you have a Mars, your body, in Virgo, and it is in the 5th house. 5th house is athletics. So Virgo, though, and even you're a Virgo sun, which is wonderful, a mind for details. But sometimes we can drown in the details, and that can be tricky with Virgo energy, and also being overly critical because they got that special eye where they can make everything better. I know a lot about, I live with 2 like double Virgos, and I have a lot of Virgos. I know all about it. I'm not pointing fingers either. The Virgo energy mixed with Mars, though. Mars can do good here. Let me see real quick. Okay, so Saturn, okay. Okay, wow. So Mars is going to want to take action and have fun, but it's going to be done more in a holistic way with Virgo. So this Mars might be really into planting really pretty flowers, gardening, landscaping, doing something physical that includes the earth. It could be crafting, artsy energy as well, something earthy, something where it's building something. But it's usually when it's Virgo stuff, if it's making and creating something useful, that's Virgo. It should be something I can actually use, right? You know, sometimes people make art and it's nothing but something you can hang on a wall. You know, it doesn't have a use behind it. This would be really good for energy that can actually make something that's useful. That's Virgo. It's very intentional in when it makes and creates something. It's very thoughtful even. All right. But you have an abundance of Scorpio and Pluto and Mars energy in your chart. And a good touch of Self and Aries too. And I think having this big mystic rectangle that you see, this gigantic kite as well. The kite is your vertex up there at the midheaven. She's at the peak of this. Well, Neptune technically is the peak of the kite, but not, because you have other objects that are in the teens. So I'm going to go back to vertex and say that she's really at the top of this kite here. And this is a bonus because vertex goes really well with Aquarius energy. She is a thinker. She's smart. Not only is she smart, but she's a strategist, and she strategizes in really creative and unconventional ways. So when it comes to technology and astrology, when it comes to the bigger picture and systems, like big systems, global systems even, this is her. And that's what's at your midheaven. That's in the placement of your career and what you're committed to. This is social services. This is humanitarian energy, which is beautiful. It's like, okay, this is great. It's not just all about me. How can I, it's altruistic energy. How can I be of service to the world? That's what you have up there. Now, that might sound a little intimidating, but Virgo energy in your chart, you're a Virgo sun and a Virgo Mars, right? Virgo's all about serving. Virgo serves in a domestic one-on-one way. All you got to do, and maybe you're already doing it, is figuring out, okay, so how can we scale this up? How can I scale this up on a larger level where I'm really utilizing that mystic rectangle, that Merkaba, that kite, because the kite is your spiritual mission. You follow? And it's using technology, and it's group energy, and it's something that's never been done before. Maybe you're already doing it. If not, it's a little something for your Mars energy to focus on. All right. Okay, so Mr. Paul, I hope that helps. It took a long time to get you in here. I do have you in the system now saved as, can I call you Nick? I don't know how to pronounce it. Nikhil. Kumar. Nick Kumar. That's who you are in the chart. And if you ever come back, that's who you asked me to pull up. That's how I find you. If you don't give me that name, I won't find you, and we'll probably pass you up. Does that make sense? Right? Pink, right? I know. Mr. Paul might be thinking about that, huh? Right? Yeah. We need more warriors. We need more warriors who will fight the good fight. I'll put it like that, because God knows there's enough warring going on. We don't need more war. Hey, Donna. Hey, how are you, healing readings? Saying hi. Well, hello back. I probably missed you. Oh, yeah, a little bit ago. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. All right. I'm all done. It's 5 o'clock. I'll be back next Tuesday, but I'll be back even sooner. I'll be back Saturday night at 8 p.m. if you're interested in any or all, whether it's a private lives or astrology class or just a check in on another live stream like this, send me an email. Get your digits to me ahead of time. It really does make things go smoother. And it's a lot less frustrating. And yeah, it just, yeah, works out better that way. Okay, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Great. I hope that helped. You're welcome to come back again, Nick. We can look at it again sometime and take a deeper dive into whatever else. Yeah. All right. Yep. You are welcome. All right. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody. Whoever got to stop by, excellent. And then I will see you all. I'll see you when I see you. All right. You all take care. And yeah, stay sane.